Sayati. My name is Laine Rinehart, Nichianagut Duasak. In collaboration with Sealaska Heritage Institute, we are releasing a series of videos documenting the preparation that goes into weaving a full-size Chilkat robe. It's a lot of hours working with materials that we traditionally used and use in contemporary times. And in today's video, I'll be talking a little bit about the spinning that goes into spinning, about 1,000 yards for a full-size Chilkat robe. And I hope you enjoyed today's video. Kind of just gives you like a little bit of a glimpse into the life of a spinner and a weaver. Gunachish Hatigudi. See you next time. Bye. Here I am demonstrating spinning for a full-size robe. This is Chilkat warp. It's merino wool and cedar bark, and this is about as fast as I would like to be able to spin. This is about an hour roughly of time-lapse footage of me spinning. And in an hour you might be able to spin anywhere from 10 to 12 yards if you're a pretty fast spinner. And when I think of the 1,000 yards that go into weaving a robe of warp, that's a lot of time. It's about 100 hours at least, not including the preparation of the cedar bark, or if you're splitting merino wool roving. And this is an intense process. I just made sure to do about an hour or two every day for the past 3 months in order to get ready for this project. I kind of had to give a shout out to my roommate, who kind of had to keep me company or put up with me spinning in our living room every day and cleaning up after myself. So awesome to have understanding people around you. This is another part of the process for spinning. After I have soaked and washed the warp, I am wrapping it around this chair to kind of set the tension for the warp. So I think it's a pretty important part of the process. And afterwards you can kind of get a good chance to sit back down and go through each individual skein and rewind it into a ball. And during that time process, you can get your trimming scissors out and make sure that everything looks nice before you hang it. That way you're not having to try to weave over little bumps and lumps of wool where you have spliced, or little cedar bark pieces that might be sticking out yet. And one of the things I was reading about while I was spinning over the last couple months was the depth of the ocean and how vast and mysterious that is. And I was reading that the average depth of the ocean is about 12,000 feet. And when I think of the 1,000 yards or the 3,000 feet that go into weaving a robe, that's about a quarter of the way to the bottom of the ocean. And I think that there's lots of parallels there. Weaving is kind of a vast, mysterious process, full of beauty and just kind of reverence for the sacredness of it, as well as the sacredness of our ocean. I spend a lot of time kind of unraveling the warp and getting it untangled, and I'm not a fisherman by any means, but I'm starting to become a little bit more experienced with working with long pieces of line. So you can see that every now and then I have to detangle things, and that's definitely not one of the funner parts of the process, but it has to be done. And at this point I was pretty elated. I was very close to being able to hang the robe. After months and months of spinning, this was kind of like the last step. For me, is to go through each ball of warp or each skein of warp and make sure that it was ready to be hung up on the loom. Just a really time-intensive process. And when I think of the time that it must have taken to, pull the mountain goat wool from the hide, and, a long time ago we would have actually thigh spun or weft too. And I can only imagine how much more attention to detail that would have taken. There's a weaver, Megan O'Brien, who took me through that process a little bit, and I thought that was very special. It's my hope to one day, make mountain goat wool weft that might be a long time coming. I might have to, take a year off of the rest of my life just to really kind of start to understand that process, because although it's similar to spinning warp, it's a little bit more delicate. The strand or the pieces of wool you're working with would be a lot finer, and I think that attention to the evenness between each side of wool would be a lot more in depth. So a lot of respect to the women that came before us, of just how much time that they really took in order to prepare for weaving a robe. That's really mind-blowing to me, and it would be wonderful to kind of emulate what they did. And yeah, I would just like to say thank you and Gunesh Chish for joining me. I look forward to speaking with you again next time. All right, bye.